Once you anger the left on TV, you're done. That's not true, because after the faux outrage subsided, Northam became the perfect weapon. A man so damaged he would do anything for the left to hold on to his office. Well, the string pullers of the left were stirring their pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. Crushed by guilt, Northam would agree to any list of proposals they came up with. For example, he gave them the most craven position of the left: late-term abortion. No, I mean after-birth murder.
If a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered. The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired. And then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mothers.
Yes, again, eugenicists, eugenics, progressivism. Now, who gave him these orders, you might ask? Well, our friends over at Judicial Watch solved that. Judicial Watch. Documents show Virginia Governor Ralph Northam took abortion talking points directly from Planned Parenthood. Quote, Judicial Watch today released 115 pages of documents from the office of the governor of Ralph Northam that show he received abortion talking points directly from Planned Parenthood. These documents were obtained as a result of two separate Virginia Freedom of Information Act requests. The February 1, 2019 request was seeking all records of communications of Northam or his members of his staff related to, quote, abortion, women's reproductive health, and or Virginia House Bill 2419, unquote. Well, how about guns?
We're going to include things like universal background checks, which over 90% of the population approves of, a ban on assault weapons to include bump stocks and suppressors, or silencers as we call them, giving local authorities, regions, the authority to really look at their government buildings and decide whether they want to ban firearms from those, bringing back one gun a month. Used to be very successful in Virginia. Now we have just a market of guns that are bought in Virginia and taken up into the northern part of the states, especially New York.
That's crazy, right? You can't go that far in Virginia. No? Headline CNN. Virginia legislature advances bill banning assault weapons. Quote, a bill that would ban assault or military-style weapons in Virginia has passed out of committee and will now be considered by the full Democratic-led House of Delegates. The measure, HB 961, looks to ban assault weapons defined as semi-automatic rifles and pistols, high-capacity magazines that hold more than 12 rounds, trigger activators that are designed to make weapons fire more rapidly, and silencers. The measure also looks to prevent the possession, sale, purchase, and restrict the transfer of assault weapons, unquote. Now, as of the writing of this monologue that I'm reading to you, actually the vote passed the lower chamber and is now heading to the upper chamber in the state of Virginia. Now, what did that do for Northam? Yes, he benefited from it, from a fellow tyrant. But more on that later. Headline, Real Clear Policy. Bloomberg's big money shenanigans in Virginia. Quote, Bloomberg's anti-Second Amendment organization, Everytown for Gun Safety, spent $2.5 million in Virginia's 2019 elections, and he personally donated another $110,000 to the state Democrats. So, let's see, taking all the right positions, getting all the right rewards, right, Northam? Well, then there's taxes. Northam has literally agreed to every single tax increase on the far left's wish list. Now, there are too many to read off, so we'll just give you a nice little scroll. You could probably take a sip of your beverage if you like. I'll wait. Go ahead. Yeah, lots. Okay, so here's the argument. From eugenics to internment, from confiscatory taxes and the forced purchase of government services, the elite of the far progressive left sees itself far superior to the little people. They see the masses as both dangerous and burdensome, and they see you as in need of them in a ruling class sense, because how else are you going to live your lives? I mean, you, the petty commoner, you don't know what's good for you. Trust you with a gun? Are you kidding? Instead of being destroyed by scandal, people like Ralph Northam actually get to not only stick around, they get to be remade as champions and heroes, literally. He wants to be elected over and over again. He's even pushing to get rid of the term limits for the governor's office in Virginia. And the reality is, as we are closer to losing our constitutional rights than we realize, Northam is more than just some crazy gun-grabbing, tax-raising, blackface-wearing abortion enthusiast. He's the epitome of tyranny, like Mike Bloomberg. Exactly what our founding fathers feared, because if Virginia goes all the way left, then it's only a matter of time before it creeps to the rest of the South and then America as a whole.